moving on, we have proceeded towards the second session today. The theme for this session is entertainment in the age of millennials. I mostly spend my time on my phone. I feel guilty to say this, but my screen time is more than 12 hours. Before you go on and judge me, let me justify first. I work 9 to 5, 5 days a week. During breaks or leisure time for entertainment, a good amount of time is spent on Netflix and Instagram, and all my books are on my phone. So around 5 hours a week of time is spent on my books app. And when I'm not reading or watching Netflix, I'm either cooking or listening music. So what do you do for entertainment? While you ponder upon this thought, let's begin our session. Our moderator for this session is Ssumit Kashyap. Ssumit Kashyap is a motivator and an avid reader. He is commonly heard saying, people who get most benefited are the ones who stay connected. This is because he trusts in networking. He is driven by his intellect to find answers to the most pressing questions. His intellectual curiosity also drives him to be a lifelong learner. He believes in nurturing the strengths and talents of people and building teams committed to achieve common goals. Vibrant colors of love and friends is what he loves the most. In leisure, he likes to listen to Jagjit Singh Ji. He believes that sooner or later, if you are different, it scares people. Most evidently, he believes to be live. Without further ado, let me hand over the session to Ssumit.
Thank you, Laiba. Myself, Ssumit Kashyap. Good afternoon, people. Today, we are going to talk about entertainment in the age of millennials. As our MC, Laiba, very rightly said, that most of the time these days, the millennials spend is on the E-age. Oof, I feel so old. I'm a Gen X kid, after all. Let's talk about the theme of this talk, millennials and their entertainment. According to Deloitte's 2021 Digital Media Trends Survey, Generation Z, which is millennials, displays strikingly different entertainment preferences than older age groups, like of me. Among Gen Z consumers in US and in our country too, those currently aged between 14 to 24, my son is one of them though. Video games are their #1 entertainment activity. About 26% of Gen Z said video games are their top entertainment activity, and 87% of those in the age bracket said they play video games daily or weekly. That's followed by listening to music, that is 14%, browsing to the internet, that is 12%, and engaging on social media, 11%. To discuss the ways the millennials entertain themselves, I would like to introduce our celebrated panelists. Let me first call upon Commandant Dinesh Kumar Chauhan, who is a retired veteran from Indian Coast Guard, Ministry of Defense, served the nation for 16 plus years and did some prestigious appointments across the country. He had served on board ships, regional headquarters, and base establishments during Kargil War and LTTE operations. Also served as Chief Public Relationship Officer at Mumbai headquarters from 2005 to 2009. Presently, he's working for Reliance Jio as a senior executive and handling law enforcement agencies for security and intelligence department. He has passion for extracurricular activities and had represented and earned a name and recognition for his school, as well as for college and service on various occasions. He's into singing and acting and writing poems, and he is into film production and direction as well. He has made 3 short films till now, one of which is doing active international film festival circuit and has won few laurels too. I would like to welcome Commandant Dinesh Kumar Chauhan on screen, please. Give a big round of applause.
Thank you, Sumit. Thank you so very much. It was too encouraging, and for a baby boomer like me. Okay, let's go ahead, please.
Before we proceed further, now I would like to call upon our second panelist, who's none other than Sarbajeet Das. He has 15 years of stage experience involving 5 years of international theatre. He has worked with production houses in Bengaluru, Pune, Pondicherry, Odisha, and in the USA. He is trained as an actor by Mr. Ratan Thakore, grant from Misfit, Vinapani Chavala, and Nimi Raphael, and Vinay Kumar at Adishakti. He is trained in Stanford Meissner technique in USA and in text to performance using Michael Chekhov's technique by director Josh Channel. He has acted and directed with Heritage Ensemble Theatre Company, Cat Theatre, Firehouse, IAMSHE Productions, and Swift Creek Mill Theatre at Virginia and Washington, D.C. These are just to name a few. He has also worked in Broadway plays and musical as an actor. He has directed 25 professional plays and has acted in more than 300 shows so far. He's a scholarship holder and has assisted more than 10 directors or drama professors in DC, Maryland, and Virginia for films and theaters. Plays directed by him are still running in Bengaluru. Currently, Sarbajeet is directing a play with Firehouse Theatre. I would like to welcome Sarbajeet on screen with a thunderous round of applause.
Thank you so much, Sumit. Thanks a lot. Good to hear something nice about me.
So this is for both of you, like 16 plus experience and 15 years of experience. You know, these kind of experiences I have wasted in my corporate life. How do you feel to be on theater? How do you feel to be doing something productive for the generations which have passed by, which are still there, and which are going to come? This question is for both of you. I would like Sarbajeet to talk about it first.
Honestly, Sumit, I beg to disagree with you that you have wasted your life in corporate, because I think with every sector, the country proceeds and moves forward. So I have also had some experience with corporate life. I know that has its own perks and sites that I probably won't like, but it still gives a platform to people like us to actually take a risk and move forward. And a lot of people are doing a lot of good job. And at the end of the day, technology, sales, marketing, all these things are going to influence every other market in some or the other way. So I'm sure you would have done more fruitful things, just like the rest of the world.
Thank you, Sarbajeet. So, Dinesh, what are your thoughts on this thing? Dinesh, can you hear us?
Okay. Well, coming from a defense background, my father was also in Navy. I belong to Gen X. Now, in those times, we didn't had that kind of acceptance in society where people would encourage your talent into stage, into dramatics, into extracurricular activities, and stuff like that. But still, you know, you used to stand apart. despite that, there was no encouragement.
Right.
Today, definitely yes. The new generation, the millennials have changed that concept. Now they are more aware of their likes, dislikes, their future, their aspirations, and they are ready to take those challenges. That is what the millennials have taught us in the field of entertainment. And notwithstanding, we talk about corporate life. Yes, I'm into a corporate life even now, and I cannot take the risk of leaving a corporate life and coming into the entertainment sector today. But the millennials, they are ready to take challenges. They're ready to do and go to any extent for their talent, for their self-satisfaction.
Amazing. Amazing, Dineshji. Dineshji, this brings a question in my mind that, entertainment is handy for millennials these days.
Yes.
They listen to audiobooks instead of reading the actual books. They play online games instead of playing physical games. They watch OTT instead of going to cinemas and theaters. So, this change, how does this affect the whole network of entertainment?
I'm so sorry, Sumit. I need to differ with you here. The lockdown has changed the trends. It wasn't like this earlier.
Right.
The previous the prior period, what you were talking about before lockdown, the millennials used to go to their favorite pastime was going to restaurants, enjoying music, going for movies, and outdoor activities were more of their kind of stuff. But lockdown has changed them. Lockdown has changed them to adopt to the circumstances. Now, what happens is when you're home, when you don't have any outdoor activities, definitely yes. What next? So they are changing the trend. Before the lockdown, the millennials were not into that much into gaming and online gaming and stuff. But after lockdown, you would see a trend of almost 20 to 25% increase in online gaming in millennials. So I feel there's a lot more into this situation and the way forward. The gaming industry is going to grow anything between say 8% to 12% or 15% even further up. And when it comes to the Gen X, they have already shown PUBG ko jaise hi ban kiya tha, and everybody was like going crazy and nuts. So yes, entertainment, the movies and things will suffer, but OTTs will still gain recognition and they will boom. Definitely yes.
Right. So Sarbajeet, the same question on theatrics. So you have been attached with theaters for over a decade, like 15 years now. And I have personally seen this thing that people like me or people like my father or my mother like to go to theaters. They like to watch the plays and everything, but not the young generation people. For example, if I'll ask my son to come along and watch a play in theater, so are there any ways that you guys think of calling in more millennials or Gen Z people into theater?
Okay, I'll approach the answer from a more fundamental way, the way I approach most of the things in my life. So recently I was reading a poetry written by Sahir Ludhianvi. कुछ ऐसा है, ले दे के फकत एक नजर ही तो है, क्यों देखें दुनिया को किसी और की नजर से. The words might be a little different, but the essence is almost the same. So with every passing generation, I think the approach of seeing life and any kind of thing in life changes, because everybody asks the previous generation that I want to have my own vision, my own viewpoints, and we question and we change that. So it's not new in life. So whether you talk about Gen X, Gen Y, or Gen Z, I think from 21 to 40, everybody is a millennial. If you know, because the definition of millennial would be somebody who is financially stable at a very young age, okay, with very less financial access to financial assets. So what I feel affects every generation is three factors, which basically you can put those three factors in entertainment industry too. The first is time. The second is how do I connect to the society in any form, and the third would be uh, what kind of research do we do. Okay, so if I put these three broad categories, and now let's take entertainment sector. Now the entertainment sector evolves because we have to attack time in certain way. So now you mentioned about OTT, T20, short films, short concepts, right? So this is all a way of looking at time in certain way, because everybody lacks enough time. Okay. Now, second point is to connect with the society. Now, the connect is what I feel is every generation wants to be part of the experience. And when you're young and in the range of 21 to 40, you want to be part of the experience in some other way rather than just being a viewer. So whether you want to look at an art, or want to watch a film, or want to watch a play, or want to watch a match, you want to solve some kind of puzzle to get out the pleasure of being part of the experience. There can be a bigger discussion on that too, but I'll limit it to this much. And research, as you have very well mentioned in the beginning, is where do the people do their research? And in today's world, more than 80% people do their research from social media. So anything that comes from social media in the field of entertainment would be easier for them to connect. That is why fields like stand-up comedy, which had no place earlier. It was always there, but it didn't have the recognition that it has today, because every other meme today present in social media becomes part of a stand-up comedy joke. Every other socio-political issue becomes a stand-up comedy joke, and it's very easy to connect with that. So I think because of these three factors, uh, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z try to move in a different direction than the previous generation. But I think in the future generation, I don't know what will come after Gen Z. I still ponder whether it will be Gen A or Z dash. But whatever will come, whatever will come, they will also fall into these 3-4 categories and influence the entertainment industry. So I don't know whether I answered your question directly, but it still has some kind of response to your question.
Absolutely, absolutely. So hyperconnected, which is always on. This is the term which I would say, as Dinesh very rightly mentioned, that lockdown has changed many things. So this hyperconnectivity has taken a toll into everybody's life. These days, everybody is connected on their mobile phones, on your laptops, or any other medium. So you being a theater person, would it be challenging for you to get people disconnected from their devices and get them back to theater?
If the question is specific to theater, I would say theater suffers with from day one, because theater broadly happens at a specific venue, and the if you compare theater with the movie industry or any kind of other industry, it fails to come to your bedroom, to your handheld devices, because that is not the kind of experience that theater or any kind of live performance wants to project. So it will still it will still be a struggle to pull people out of their bedrooms now and make them witness the experience. But um, as it is experienced in life, that every time there's a struggle we find a way. So today even theater and live shows are finding platforms to showcase almost they want to give the almost live experience to people and want to keep people engaged in a different way. But I still feel that it'll be very difficult for the specific millennials that we're talking about, because again, um, we have to find different ways to beat time, experience, and research that I just talked about. It'll be difficult, but we'll have to find a solution, and I hope we find a solution soon.
Absolutely. Great. So, as Sarabjit ji very rightly mentioned that, these handheld devices have taken the, shows to their bedroom, and that specifically takes me to a short video which Dinesh ji made. There is a stranger in my bedroom, and there's another one, Graveyard and the Madman. I was watching these two short videos the other day, and there was a sense of thrill in both of them. Towards the end, after like 14-15 minutes, you get to know what is exactly happening. So, Dinesh, would you like to talk about both of them, or maybe the third one as well?
Yes, of course. When it comes to this, there's a stranger in my bedroom. So this story was written by my senior from services, Commandant who is a renowned writer now. He has got 17 novels to his credit, and apart from that, his novel Today has also been online published. So the Battle of Rizangla. So he had a concept in his mind, and the story, and we worked on the screenplay. I'm sorry to say, it has garnered something around 41 million views in last couple of months, but the comments are extremely bad. Now, coming to the comments is because people today do not want to engage or evolve themselves with the particular characters. It is becoming more judgmental than being acceptable or acceptance levels. That's what I'm talking about.
Understand it rather.
It's not a matter of understanding, but it's a matter of getting involved with the subject.
Right.
So I would not say understanding, but involvement into a subject, which I think. But the people who have really loved it, they have gone and searched for us. They have got back to us and spoken to us, sir, how and what brought you to this, that you had that kind of a idea in your mind, and that's what I would give full credit to Kulpreet sir for that. And yes, and then the second short film which you're talking about, The Graveyard and the Madman, me and Kulpreet sir was just sitting idle one day at Lonavala, and he said, "Yaar, aaj karne ke liye kuch nahi hai." So I said, "Sir, you're a writer. I mean, sitting next to a writer is an advantage." So I said, "Sir, you're a writer." And he said, "Yaar, writer to who, but characters kahan se aayenge?" I said, "Sir, एक character आप हो, एक character मैं हूँ."
Amazing.
And why can't we do it? He said, "Yeah, I have never faced a camera." And I said, "Sir, you have never faced, but you can't you?" हाँ यार, तू बोल रहा है तो मैं कर लेता हूँ. And trust me, the way he has come out on the screen, he is just mind blowing. And that's how now he's progressing. He's doing some web series and stuff. So what I really want to tell you here is, in my age, me and sir thought that we should go ahead with something, and we experimented on it. And yes, we are totally satisfied. We are totally engaged into projects, and we will further do some better projects in the coming years. We have something in pipeline as well. So, and the third movie, we will be releasing it shortly. It's titled Band Darwaze, and it has got a lot of laurels. The actress of the film, Lakshmi, she has already got a jury award for the best actress into a festival as well. So I hope you guys like it. But thanks a lot. And Sarbajeet, I do agree with you. Yes, research makes people and generations change. Where Generation X left, there you found that Generation Y picked up. Where Generation Y left, yes, Generation Z
Absolutely.
picked up.
So
So it would happen. Yeah.
all the best for your upcoming movie, Dineshji. And Dineshji,
Thanks, Sumit.
I think I can also play a role of a villain or something because I look like one. Just on a lighter note.
It's not like that. If you have a will, you'll definitely have a way.
Absolutely, that's true. That's true. So this question, and I would say the rather the last question for both of you is technology causing a lifetime pain to millennials, or millennials are causing the pain for themselves? And I would like you to close this with a special remark, or maybe a word of wisdom for not only for millennials but for all of us. So anyone of you who would want to start that?
Okay, I find this question very funny and rhetorical, but very essential also. But the answer would be as simple as "pehle anda ke pehle murgi." Okay, uh, because it'll be weird to expect technology to stop because people are getting, because even Einstein said that there'll come a time when we need we will get into a situation where emotions will play. The emotions will be lost and technology will overpower it. So it is expected that technology is going to kill a big chunk of your life, but it's not the fault of technology. It's like anything that gets part of the civilization. So civilization needs to know how to utilize it for the best of its knowledge, like fire. Okay, you can't say that fire is burning me, but you need fire for heat and to cook. So it's not the fault of technology, and it is what it is. It will grow within you and it will make you used to around it. But too much dependency on technology and being anonymous around it, or losing yourself, would definitely take away a lot from you. So use technology to the best of your ability to reach out, to put your viewpoints, to be part of the experience, and uh, um, do work without the fear of taking risks. All these good qualities, when the percentage of these good qualities increases, it will not be a scenario where it will feel like a problem. So right now, I don't feel it's a problem because a lot of things are happening good. A lot of people are getting job. A lot of new contents are coming in different ways, and I am enjoying that. And the struggle is just like any other struggle in any civilization.
Absolutely.
So I am very positive that this will will go in a good way.
Very well said, Sarabjit. Dineshji, what are your views on this one?
You have to move on. You have to move on. You have to move with technology. You have to move with people. You have to move with generations. And if you don't move with them, you'll be left behind. As simple as that.
Right. Absolutely. Very beautifully said, just like your movies. In the end, 3 to 4 words in one line, and that's a thriller. Yeah. So, guys, that was Dineshji and Sarabjitji with us, talking about the entertainment of the millennial age. So we had heard with them. We got to learn few things, wherein the entertainment can prolong into these kind of activities. How we can make sure that we don't get into much of the hyperloop situation or something of that sort. So with the beautiful thought that we have to move on, and with the beautiful thought wherein Einstein said that technology is someday it's going to empower or overpower the humanity, I would like to give the screen space back to my friend Laiba, and I would like to thank Dineshji and Sarabjit for being with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful session by Dinesh sir, Sarbajeet sir, and Ssumit sir. So informative and engaging. I could never have imagined people from Gen X appreciating Gen Z and recognizing the kind of resources that they have and the knowledge that they have about the optimum utilization of these resources. The statistics say that Gen Z is rapidly becoming known as the most entrepreneurial generation ever, with 62% of Gen Zs indicating they have either started or intend to start their own business. And those who have already started have transformed the entrepreneurship with unique approaches to brand building and upskilling. And even as we talk about music, shows, and stand-up comedy, the Gen Z wants woke messages. They highly refrain from using fat-phobic and transphobic jokes and slurs, which is an amazing change we have come across. Filmmakers and comedians are now forced to refrain from using such jokes in their content because they know Gen Z will come after them and troll them, and they might lose their entire career to trolls, which in my opinion is a pressure they should feel because the kind of content we consume makes us who we are.